Hey, what's up, everybody? Here we are again. I've adjusted a few things on my mic again, and I've been messing with my video a little bit, trying to get my lighting and my. I don't know. I look like I was a Smurf or something. Like my skin was blue. It just looked weird. So I'm gonna do a little live stream this morning to kind of open the market, and then I'll probably do a recap later of how I did for the day. Um, So the positions that we're in right now, I took some Nvidia. It sold off yesterday pretty good. Let's see, it was at 210 and it sold off down to basically 200. So I bought that dip. Um, that feels oversold to me, and 200 is usually a level that I kind of like Nvidia at. It's been a kind of point of contention for last week or two anyway. Um, So I bought that. We'll see how that goes. I just took one share of it. It's expensive. It was $200 a share. So if I can get, let's see, $200, 2% of that would be $4. So if I can get $4 off that, that would be a good trade for me. And then we have, this is my other dip buy that I did today. Um, Western, I don't know. I think they make CPUs. Um, if you look at their chart, they had this pullback back here in what was March, I guess. They've been just steamrolling ever since. Um, they came out with earnings yesterday, and this thing dropped from 441 or 442 dollars all the way down to 400. So it dropped $42 on good earnings. So I'm kind of looking at this one like I think my goal on this one's about 410. I think it could probably easily hit 410. If you look on the 5 minute chart here, you can see I had a chance to sell it at almost 409, and I probably should have because that's just below my goal. But it was moving up so fast. I was like, well, I want to see how far this can go, and then it came all the way back down to where I bought it. So we're back in a holding pattern with this one. Like I said, if I had to guess, I would say one's going to end up between 410 and 415 by the end of the day. We can revisit that later and see if I'm right, but that's kind of what I feel like it should do. I do think if it gets back up to 408, that I'll take it because that's my 2% goal. I could have made my 2% right there and I didn't do it. Kind of broke my rule a little bit right there. You got a little greedy. Like I think you need to stick to your take profits, and if you get up there, you need to take advantage of it because they can roll over and you can lose it. Um, I didn't do it there, so that wasn't the most disciplined uh, action. But in the back of my mind, I'm looking at this one and I'm thinking, this thing, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it tops out between 410 and 415 today. So I guess I got a little greedy on that one. We'll see. We'll see if I was right or not. And the other ones I have right now are IREN, which is a data center play. Excuse me, data center play. Um, these guys have earnings on the 7th, so I have to get rid of this one Monday or Tuesday. Probably Monday. So this I really need this thing to move in about another $4 today. Um, if I get back to break even on this, well, regardless, I'm gonna have to get out of it before earnings. I'm not doing that anymore because even when stocks have good earnings, the thing that the big boys like to do is they like to come in and sell the news, take the profit, and then when the thing sells off, they buy it back after it's devalued itself, and they get it at a bargain. So it really doesn't even matter a lot of times if the news is good, you can still get washed on it. And so I'm not holding stocks through earnings anymore, and unless there's some kind of black swan event where I just think something's gonna, kill it, and I don't want to miss out on it. But I would say like 99% of the time, you don't need to be holding through earnings. It's just not worth it. Um, like for instance, yesterday, I think Google and Amazon and Microsoft. Was Microsoft one? I know Google and Amazon shot up after earnings. Meta didn't. Meta tanked about 10%. So you do have ones that go up, but it seems like it's not very. It's kind of rare. So I'm not interested in anything that's below like a 70% chance. If I don't think there's a 75% chance of me being right, then to me that's gambling. That's flipping a coin, and I don't really want to do it. So that's just kind of where I'm at. Let's see what else we have. We have my Ethereum play. This thing's about. I've bought and sold this one several times, so this is a little misleading here. I'm technically underwater. What is that? I don't know, 15 cents or something a share. But like I said, I've bought and sold that one several times, so that price has been renegotiated, rehashed. I've made money off of it lots of times in the past. So I just hold that one because Ethereum and Bitcoin just tend to kind of slowly grind up. I originally bought them at like I think Bitcoin was at like 66,000 and Ethereum was around 2,000. So I've been kind of making money off of them since then. I think Bitcoin's around. I mean, I can look instead of guessing. What do we got here? So it's almost at 78,000. It's been having problems breaking through 80,000. If it can get through 80,000, I think it'll do a nice little run. Um, Make sure I'm not maxed out. But yeah, so that's Bitcoin. I mean, it kind of just climbs. And then Robinhood is my last position that I have right now. And this is another one that this is the one I got burned on earnings. I lost like $20 a share, which is like I think the most per share that I've ever lost. And I had, I don't know, I had a few shares of it, so um, it really got me. And pretty much the main reason why I'm saying I'm never holding through earnings again because this one like really slapped me down. And you know, now that it's lost so much value, it does have a couple of things going for it. I went over it yesterday a little bit. The PDT rule's going away on June 6th. That's going to help them. I expect that it's going to run up a little bit before that. They also have they got okayed for the Trump coin, the Trump what do you call it? Um the Trump Treasury thing or whatever, where they're giving $1,000 to the newborn babies. They're in charge of investing that stuff, so that's going to be a thing. And then they're also getting into banking, and they got a few different kinds of areas where they're trying to maximize their income. So I do think they have upside, and I feel like it's undervalued right now. Um, I guess their earnings weren't great. I was a little misled. From everything I could tell, I was thinking that they were going to be good, and the numbers were good, but people tie Robinhood in with crypto a lot, and since Bitcoin has been down over the last 6 months or a year, um, well, 6 months, um, their crypto revenue in particular is down like 50%. It was 47% or something like that. So even though their revenues are going up because they have different things that they're making money off of, their actual crypto revenue has gone down almost 50%. And people didn't like that. If that's another thing, Bitcoin can break, if Bitcoin can break that $80,000 level and it starts mooning again, then all of a sudden Robinhood's going to be worth a lot more money. So it's just something else to look at. I'm just holding this one. I think I've held it. It was down around 71 or 72, I think. So it's gotten like $3 a share back. Um, I'm just stuck back holding that one. Really, I don't want to. I'm basically down $20. I've already trimmed half my position because if it went down further, I just didn't want to keep hemorrhaging money. So I took like a $30 L on it, and then since then I had $30 negative right here, and I'm down 20 now. So it's been a couple of 3 days. So like I'm expecting this one to come back. Hopefully it does. Um, but yeah, I'm probably gonna back hold this one until I get my money back because I'm pretty stubborn about that. Um, when the PDT rule goes away, I won't be as stubborn because I can roll through my cash multiple times a day and not be worried about it. But as it stands right now, every time I do that, it takes away my buying power. So like if I sold this because it dipped a little bit and then I wanted to get back in, you're looking at maybe 2 or 3 trades and then I'm done for the day because these like this stock over here was $400 a share. Um, you just gotta manage your money differently when the PDT rule is in effect. So, but anyway, so that's my positions for the morning. I still have a little cash. If we see any opportunities, I still have $250 or something that I haven't allocated. Um, and we will be looking for deals, especially at the open in 30 minutes. Um, I'm just kind of watching the news right now, looking at all the stocks. If you look down here, you can kind of see all my watch list. These are the stocks that I like to watch and the ones that I like to invest in, and you can kind of see which ones are moving. Like, um, looks like Nebius is up pretty good. That's a data center play. This Circle or what's it called? ServiceNow. Um, that one's like electronic credit card transactions or something. Even though it's a boring company, these guys actually do quite a bit of business. You think about all the stadium sales and merchandising and just retail sales in general, where you're running things through a scanner. They are kind of one of the big boys behind that kind of stuff. Let's see what else is moving. Palantir's moving. That one has earnings Monday. I got out of it, and it's actually must have sold off and is rebounding because I think I sold it for more than that. Yeah, I sold it for 140. It's at 139, and it says it's gone up 350. So it must have sold off after hours yesterday, pretty hard. So I'm glad I got out of it. Earnings are coming up Monday, and I don't want to get caught in earnings again, so I got out of that one. Rocket Lab looks like it's going up a little bit. Let's see, 82.51. I had some of that. I sold it at 82, so it has gone up another 40 cents. Um, my guess is it probably wasn't a straight line, so holding on to it through that entire time might have been difficult. CRDO is going up. I haven't bought that one in a while. I can't even remember what they do actually. It has something to do with data centers, I believe. I should probably know that. Let me check real quick. Yeah, so they do the connectivity for AI data centers. They do the cables and optical cables and stuff. So I guess you could say it's probably I would say that's a photovoltaic like GLW. I was in that. Okay, so yeah, GLW is right here. I was in that one yesterday. Um, they do the fiber optics to connect all the GPUs and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's more of a pick and shovel type play. If all the data centers are getting built out, like who's doing the wiring and stuff like that. Those are the guys that do that stuff. So it looks like my Western Digital is selling off pretty hard right now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I always feel like when stocks are run up really good and they're going into the opening bell, if they've ran up really good in the pre-market, they tend to kind of sell off at first on the open. But if they're down in their value and they come in, then sometimes they get bought up really hard. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna keep monitoring this. I'm not gonna bore you guys with too much right now. I'll probably get on in about, I don't know, probably around maybe like around 10 o'clock. I'll get back on and let everybody know how it went through the open and stuff, because it's Friday and I doubt I'm going to be trying to hold anything for too long after that. So yeah, let's just I'm going to sign off now, and then I'll get back with you guys here in a little bit. Wish me luck.